smoke. But talking about what that smoke. The boat taint. Yeah, the failed boat taint out there on that west side of the coast. So Na'Vi, they didn't bridge camp, but they are doing a good job at trying to pick up whatever type of elim points they can out there on that coastline.
Oh, dude, Na'Vi definitely just beaming him out the water, man. Unfortunate, the boat just blew up, and 6-8. Not going to be happy after that. Losing 2 players already inside the game. Definitely going to be having those sad faces. But yeah, Na'Vi, I do like the huge improvement that Na'Vi has shown. They're already on the military island. They're kind of looking good. Tixie all the way on the south side. A huge separation, but still, they have a lot of time to work it out. But DXavier making bold rotation out in the open, taking little shots from Nova. Nova as well, making sure that DXavier not going to be stopping by anywhere near.
Looks like Nova Esports is going to be picking up a nice little compound here. 3-1 split. They got 3 squad mates out there on that west side, and then Border still kind of straggling in the back line over there. They were taking some shots at DXavier as they did casually pass by on that high ground. For the time being, though, it's all about getting these early game positions, especially with this military-based zone. And you were looking at Fenerbahce. They were somewhat dead center. Next circle is going to shift here very shortly. Let's see, will it play into their favor? Stalwart Esports, too. I like that spot all the way up there at that radio tower, the highest vantage point here. Will it pay off? We'll find out right now.
Oh, it does. It does. STG and Fenerbahce right in the center of the zone. Fenerbahce having the majority of the center, but again, the split is good, but if even one of the players gets bought out, and even if he gets taken out, that's going to be quite a huge task for Fenerbahce to go back to that player and get the rest back up. So I feel like at this point in time, they should be a little gathered up. Maybe a 2-2 split can work out pretty well.
Juan out here trying to defend here on the cliff lines. Team Secret looking like they're going to pull up. So far, it's a 2-2 split, but the other 2 squad mates in the back lines trying to group up. Buy shots, though. Mini in hand, applying that pressure. Here we go. First fight, first 4v4 of the game.
Oh, here we go. A kill already found. Jumper being taken out. Instantly gets confirmed as well. Fredo has a little bit of disadvantage with that low crowning. He gets taken out as well. And now shots. Oh, he's taking some shots from the left side. He needs to watch out because Junie has a huge advantage. Also with that high crowning, shots doesn't really have a good positioning. Just has that wiggle to work with and gets blown to smithereens. Just like that now, he's been taken out of the game. And that's going to be it for Team Secret.
Wow.
Eliminated, Dave. The first team to get eliminated in the first game.
Wow. Yep. My Damwon, too. One of the teams definitely showing up here from their region, cashing out, looking to continue trucking along with that momentum. And we were looking at Godlike a couple moments ago as they were crashing out there in the distance. Looks like Alpha 7 might have caught a whiff of a squad back here. They're going to be setting their flag right now on the beaches in the terrain. They are looking to just stay back here and get these elim points. Looks like they'll be camping this one out.
Oh, they have to. Because, I mean, A7 clearly knows that they have the prime positioning inside this fight. They can just try and hold up Godlike. But that's a beautiful knockout found in the A7 and Vol. 4 rivals just making that rotation. They were like, all right, this is our right moment to go in. And they just sneak past through Alpha 7. Alpha 7 with that knock being found kind of bought enough time for Godlike to make that push happen. And here we do have Clutch caught as well, falling down in that push.
Wow, Carrillo, what a great anchor position. They were in the back lines, pretty much playing oversight of their 3 squad mates that were pushed ahead. And it looks like it paid off. But let's see, though. Jonathan went for that wide rotate. Now he's going to be inside the smokes, looking to toss this grenade, looking to get a couple confirmed. Oh! Kaboom! Goes Jonathan right there with the double.
Oh, that's filthy. That's disgusting. Both the teams have 3 players knocked out, but unfortunately, Godlike, they're only left with 1 man standing. Same thing goes with Alpha 7. But now Jonathan gets Neo back up on his feet. That's going to be sigh of relief for him. Godlike now. Jonathan especially looking to confirm the kill and trying to take out the final man as well. That's going to be his main goal. But guess what? The reply comes in through from the side of Carrillo. Carrillo as well is one of those players. He's one of the best out there. You can't just challenge him like that.
Yeah, Carrillo is in the back line, though. So best case scenario for Carrillo, try to avoid the sight lines and just survive at this point. They do not want to get taken out right here, right now, because a 14th position in Game 1 would net them 0 points, and that is not how Alpha 7 want to start this. But huge props to Jonathan right there. That double grenade definitely turned the tides for Godlike.
Oh, that did. That was a disgusting nade, without a doubt. H2G. 7 just kind of driving off the compound. Did realize it's already being occupied by Fenerbahce. So not interested in taking it. Fenerbahce doing a good job. Rebellion as well, trying to secure the vehicle, just making sure the tires aren't being popped off, but gets shot from the back. And here comes the push from Nextria. There's a huge charge in, and Fenerbahce seems like they're crumbling down slowly and steadily. 2 players already being knocked out. Nextria have 2 players knocked out as well on their side. You want to see how this fight's going to be panning out, and now it's all down to Duke and Machine.
It's up to the Duke and Machine, the Duke and Master with the grenade, trying to get that to that little window. Overshot it just a little bit. Does look like their teammate was able to pop into their compound, looking to get that revive. And here comes Noxbomb with the support here. Looks like the revives were successful on the next Rhea. Let's see though, Noxbomb has a lot on their plate. They need to clutch this one out.
Oh, they do need to clutch this one out, but third party from Stalwart Esports. It's Pika who takes out Noxbomb. Duke and Machine again, Rebellion. These 2 players are alive. Duke and Machine, we do know what this man is capable of. He can pull off some insane clutches, but again, he's kind of like that man who likes to stay as squat as possible, but that beautiful nade
wow,
is going to be taken out. Rebellion is also getting burnt down with that Molotov. That's not a good sign for Fenerbahce. Things are slipping out of their hands.
Yeah, next Rio, they were able to get the full reset over here. 4 squad mates up, pretty solid compound. This building, this area, dead center. Let's see, Duke and Machine back against the wall, getting collapsed in on right now. UMP in hand, no chance.
That drop shot.
No chance right there. Next Rio, taking that compound from Fenerbahce.
Uzi is just too good in those close range. Just an absolute shredder. That drop shot as well, just in the mix. Oh, it's just kind of like a sprinkle of salt on top of it. But yeah, now we have Nigma Galaxy, another one of those teams that I have definitely eyeing out for. Nova as well, having pretty decent positioning inside here. Hamoudi in the front lines of Nova. King and Paraboy just trying to hold him off at bay.
Really do enjoy what Nova Esports have been doing this whole game with these splits here. So now they're going to be separated for the time being. But Don1 still out here just destroying the edge right now of the play zone, hugging it. 5 elim points so far this game here. Necro, talk about starting strong. That's exactly what they are doing. And if I'm not mistaken, that's pretty much the same story that they did during the East Final Championships. They started early with a chicken dinner and 19 elim points over there in those finals. And from there, they just maintained it. So if they can get that same start here, not one, we might be looking at a possible championship top 5 team.
Oh man, the next circle shift is going to be just such a huge thing, right? It's going to be moving out in the open. Trust me, it is, and yes, it does. And now the only teams are in. They have a couple of components on their name, but they're only going to be the lucky ones. Don1 Gaming, it seems like they're just getting absolutely demolished by Na'Vi because Na'Vi has huge high ground. With the high ground, they have also gotten a huge advantage over Don1 Gaming. So Don1 Gaming, they will need to try and take care of Na'Vi if they want to make it out of this tricky situation. And for that, they will need to find another knockout. That will buy them enough time, but the nade from Tixi will keep Sung down.
Ooh, they need to clean this one up quick, too, if you are Don1, because you are about to be pinched from Nova Esports from behind. So hopefully they have their head on a swivel and they don't just get sandwiched here.
Oh, man, Tixi is still just looking to inflict pain. And I do also see Nova kind of closing their distance onto them. And yes, Nova is looking to third party this entire situation. Paraboy in the front has a nade cooked up. And this nade might just be $1 million nade, but no, instead it was a little underhand. Just kind of understandable. Did not really make it up to the mark. 4 is still knocked down for Don1 Gaming, including Junie. Fabian, I can just imagine this man's nerves right now. They're probably rattling. And just like that, Don1 Gaming as well get eliminated.
Done. And Na'Vi, they do have the high ground, but they also have that little dip in the terrain up there that's really helping them keep their sight lines low from Stalwart in the back line. But after that one push, they were able to get a couple elim points, and they started to pull back because they recognize that there is another threat downhill. And that little dip that I was just talking about, it might be their demise, actually, because Stalwart, they reposition, and now they have sight lines on that dip. So Na'Vi, nowhere to go.
Oh, Na'Vi, definitely nowhere to go. They did get themselves decent amount of elim points, if I'm not wrong, from that previous fight, but still, Now, because the circle moves out in the open, they will have to move from cover to cover. And just like that, not enough cover indeed. And Nova going to be catching a little glimpse of Na'Vi. Xavier as well, if I'm not wrong, it's just going to be it. He's trying to just survive for as long as possible with those meds, but not going to be able to make it for that long. Mela gets his game spot from the back, and it's going to be Xavier who does that.
See ya. 7 teams to go. Nova Esports, we can see right there, 7 elim points. Stalwart Esports, 6 elim points. So Nova, they've been playing that west side. Stalwart Esports have been playing that east side of these zones. They're about to meet here very shortly. I do see Top, I do see King kind of up close and personal with each other. But right now, the main focus has to be this next circle. Where will it go? Who will be favored? I'm looking at next Rio. They got a compound. Will it be favored? If so, they're going to have a huge advantage.
Oh, man, but still the circle out in the open like that. And now favoring next Rio as well. Kind of favoring, not really. They're kind of like on the edge of the zone, but still they have the only compound inside the zone as well. So next Rio, they are going to be having huge side relief after that zone shift. But Noah, do you realize there's a team in the front? You need to watch out because it's Stalwart Esports as well. It's not just any other team. One of the best teams out there. Noah as well. You can't really underestimate them for sure. So this is going to be definitely a clash of titans.
Chilling. Down there in the bottom right-hand corner. Chilling. Talk about snaking it to make it. Talk about looking for them placement points here. Oh, I hope this pays off for him. But one of the main
just
fights...
taking a nap.
Just taking a nap.
Yeah, dude.
One of the main fights. We got 2 main fights, actually. You got Nova Esports Stalwart up there towards the north. And now S2G crashing next Ria's compound.
Oh, dude. They do realize the prime compound. And S2G is one of those teams that will not back out without a fight. Oh, I thought this nade might just do it. Yes, it does. Confirms the elim. That's going to be a huge thing for them next Rio. Still having the prime positioning inside this fight, and S2G having all the disadvantage in the world. This nade might be good. Oh, did not really make it to the mark.
What a call, though, from next Ria to be able to decide to take this compound towards that mid-game. They snatched it away from Pmgc, now in this next zone, but they will have to defend it from 2 sides now because here comes Furious pulling up.
Oh, dude, Furious Gaming as well. It seems like they want a little bit of piece of compound. So they as well are just going to be charging in. Next Ria trying their best to defend this from 2 teams. S2G and Furious Gaming now. Next Ria, they are one of those teams that are pretty good as well, so we cannot underestimate them for sure. But S2G realizing the same fact, and now they're also trying to push in a little bit more. This means next Ria are getting sandwiched, Dave.
S2G, they play this one so slow, so methodical. They recognize the push from the opposite end from Furious, and that was the time that they decided to make the collapse. And now it looks as if they might come on top because Yakita really low in the health department, below 50% HP, looking to pop one of these heals. But look at this, S2G, they're actually going to use this time to get a revive. So they're going to have 3 up here late game. That's huge.
Oh, he also locked in a nade inside the shack. That means Yakita will have to move out, and he does. Confirming the elimination as well. Next Ria now eliminated out the game. Only top 3 teams left, Dave. Oh my god, I can already feel my adrenaline rush over here.
Look who's still alive from Enigma Galaxy, by the way. Look who's still alive, getting those placement points. 3rd place, 10 points confirmed. So that is huge considering they have no elim points. But Stalwart, 11 circle shift. Listen, 11 elim points, okay? And now the circle shift, so they have that north to kind of play with and move around. Meanwhile, S2G, they're going to be locked behind these walls, so it's going to be a challenge for them to push out. And not only that, look at Stalwart. They're 2-2 split. They got 2 on the high ground, 2 in this dip up close and personal. Looks like they'll be pulling back action here. They recognize their advantage, but 3 teams to go, Necro.
Yeah, I do like what Stalwart Esports is trying to do with your action. Of course, the man who likes to play on the front foot, and the rest 3 players are going to be on the back on the high ground. That means they're going to be having so much visual info to work with, as Stalwart Esports are just simply going to dominate it the way they're playing. If they don't make any rookie mistakes, without a doubt, Stalwart Esports will dominate this final zone. But H2G as well, they have 3 players alive.
And I like how you put an action in the front line, kind of that Terminator, that one that seals the deal, has their teammates above them playing oversight, making sure that they stay alive. And now it looks like they're going to be setting top down here, so they'll be working in tandem. Timber was connected on, Silas behind the tree. Oh, it all comes down to this for game number 1.
Oh, it all does come down to this. Every single player sweating inside the lobby. And so does Stalwart Esports and H2G, but H2G a little bit more pressure added on their side as 2 players already taken out the game, and now Hamoudi as well. Seems like he's finally woken up from that nap. And well, guess what? Who takes it? Who backs the first game? It's going to be Stalwart Esports.
Let's go! Game number 1, Stalwart coming on top, not only with that winner chicken dinner, but a ton of elim points. Hamoudi though, hey, shout out to Hamoudi. Second place, I'll take that all day long as a solo snake, trying to avoid those sidelines, trying to play nice and sneaky. That is 12 placement points in one game. That's solid.
Huge. That's huge, dude. That's huge. If they're able to just play like that, play consistent, even able to get those consistent placement points, I mean, for a start of game, that's absolutely not bad. And if we talk about late rotations again, I mean, Godlike making the same kind of mistake in these kind of southern zones, you always got to be those teams that are pretty quick to rotate. If you're not able to do so, you're just going to be held back, and that's what exactly happened. Alpha 7 was just hammering the pain into them.
Yo, what? Shout out to everybody watching right now, by the way. PUBG Mobile Global Championship Grand Finals. You tuned into the right stream. We got 17 more games to go. Stalwart coming on top right there. At this Zoom, they are going to be getting a massive point lead. Not only the point lead in number 1 game, but also a confidence booster. We don't talk about this a lot, but that stress, right? Just imagine the stress levels on all these teams. For them to be able to come into this lobby, the most stacked lobby of the year, and come out on top, that is phenomenal. Ladies and gentlemen, that was game number 1. Let's hear what the desk got to say about this first game. Over to you.
Well, you know what we have to say? I think Maxman was wishing we were doing predictions, not teams to watch, because he gets a prediction right. But let's be honest, boys. The guys from Mongolia coming in, taking a chicken dinner with that many eliminations, they've proven they've shown up to play.
Yeah, I mean, this is the reason why you have to look out for this team. They survive until the very last minute as a 4-man squad. They got themselves 14 eliminations on the very first game that they came to play here, Seven. They came here to play big time.
The way they were able to eliminate 4 rivals. I mean, 4 rivals that they were trying to pass that bridge, and Stalwart Esports was just able to hold that ground, hold that bridge camp. And then as soon as they were able to do that, the next circle popped up and they moved right away. So their communication is on point, and this is something that you were telling me, right?
Yeah.
They don't miss in regards to anything. I